According to USAtoday.com, the NCAA reports billions of dollars in revenue each year. The players that put in all the effort and years of training and hard work still struggle to make ends meet in their daily lives. Granted, some of these players do get scholarships to come play at these universities. It's still a struggle to get by while spending so much time in practices and on their studies. When I was younger, I always used to think that once an athlete made it to the collegiate level, they were living good in a sense, and that they had finally made it. But this is far from true in the sense of income. Why should these student athletes be struggling to get by while the NCAA makes millions and billions of dollars off of them? This is what I'll be explaining to you today. What the NCAA is, why don't they pay the players, and how much money they actually make off of these collegiate players. Many people believe that these big star athletes they see playing for the NCAA have in a sense already made it. This is far from the truth. The truth of the situation is most of these college athletes don't have very much money at all, and they struggle to get by every day. Many of these students are on a full scholarship to the university they are attending, but there are still many expenses that are not covered. Some of the main ones would be feeding and clothing themselves, while also spending 85 to 90 hours a week studying and training. Sometimes to feed and clothe themselves, these students often get some type of part-time job. This is on top of all the studying, training, mandatory sports events that they must attend, and of course all the normal stressors that come with going to college and pursuing a better future for themselves. According to StudyBreaks.com, there are over 460,000 NCAA student athletes all across the United States, and none of these students are paid. It is actually a violation of NCAA rules to be compensated in a monetary value. NCAA stands for National Collegiate Athletic Association. It was founded in 1910. It is a so-called non-profit organization which regulates over 1,260 North American conferences and institutions. There are 24 different sports that student athletes compete in the NCAA every year, including football, baseball, and even sports such as volleyball and lacrosse. So how does the NCAA make their money? Well, sporting events such as the March Madness tournaments are a huge part of their revenue. According to Investopedia.com, they can make around $900 million from this tournament alone. Also, television endorsements pay millions of dollars to these schools and to the NCAA. According to Forbes.com, ESPN paid more than $150 million just for the BCS bowl games. Also, a lot of income is generated from merchandise and memorabilia. These include simple things like the players' jerseys, and even stuff like posters of the teams. So some people would ask, why do these star players even take the risk associated with playing in collegiate sports when some of them could be making millions? Well, some associations, like the NBA, have rules that require U.S. players to be at least 19 years old and have been out of high school for at least a full year. It leads many of them to using the collegiate level as that 1 year before they go pro. This leaves them open to varying risks. One of the biggest that comes to mind is injury. If they get hurt while playing at the collegiate level, their entire career could be over before it ever really even started. I'm sure most of us have heard of Zion Williamson. He's a phenomenal basketball player that is currently playing for Duke. He's one of the top projected NBA draft prospects for this coming year. In February, while playing a game against North Carolina, he injured his right knee. This could have been catastrophic to his career. Situations like this leave you wondering, why are these college athletes not paid? Why would he even play another game at the collegiate level after this injury? Knowing he was already going to be making millions if all he could do was just make it to the draft healthy. So who does get paid? With all this generated revenue and huge sums of money, where is it all going? It's going to the coaches, colleges, networks, and even the advertisers. They are banking in on the athlete's success. According to USAToday.com, NCAA President Mark Emmert's 2016 compensation was $2.4 million, and 11 other NCAA executives working for them made over $450,000 each, all in the same year. Some of these coaches make $7 to $8 million. How is this fair? How is this right? With all of these factors in mind, it seems as if these skilled collegiate athletes are playing for other people and organizations to make money all off of their success and their years of hard work, while they are the ones taking all of the risk and the struggles that are involved. I hope the information that I have provided you gives you an inside look at all of the reasons these college athletes should be paid. Considering a lot of us are in or have been to college, we can understand the struggles. How many of you would want to work your butts off for someone else to make money? Exactly my point. Thank you. Don't.